Higher skills and lower skills of Bloom 6 enemy. The
Yeah.
lower skills here that as usual and as tradition, we used to do this component. So student, they remember, understand, apply.
Right,
But
that's all. Yeah.
the important things here,
But this is the lower level of,
yeah,
knowledge.
the higher skills, student, they need to analyze, they need to evaluate and create. These components are Bloom 6 enemy. So how we can create our objectives according to these Bloom 6 enemy or according to these skills?
They should be
How we can
involved in the
modify
lesson
them,
plan.
how we can involve them.
Involved in the lesson plan. Yeah. When you are actually preparing your students after the warm up activities, so you show them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you start with your objectives and you try to get them engaged and practice the language. Or
Yeah,
so they practice what they learned according to the rules or whatever. So they analyze, they evaluate, they try to create new ideas.
yeah. I think we need to sequence or arrange the objectives from the easy and to the difficult. Like
Exactly.
like the first one of the objectives must be just remember, understand, identify,
Yeah.
then move to explain and compare, then justify, create, imagine, design, plan, and so on.
Sure. Fair enough. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, to improve, the students' competence and
Yes.
and their understanding. Yeah, it shouldn't be restricted to just to remember uh, what the sentence or what are words he dealt with. He must be creative. He must put words in sentences and try to make more.
Exactly. So, Mr. Miftah, how about your group? Did you plan your lesson, your project?
Yeah, actually, I gave all the materials and the lesson plan to Marwa, and she didn't reply so far. Actually, I'm really and
You,
anxious.
you,
And I
you,
don't
you,
know.
you're from group B.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. With the
it's
Ms.
okay.
Suad and
It's okay.
Marwa.
Next Saturday, and I need from you to present your lesson.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
today I will give the chance to the group A, and they will present the lesson plan. I'm just
so
waiting
good.
for Noha to send me the resource or their project
Sure,
to
sure.
present it for you. So lots and tots, low skills and high skills of Bloom 6 enemy. Lower order
Oh,
thinking, remember, understand, and apply. And the higher order thinking skills, they called HOTS, analyze, evaluate, and create.
yeah.
How about the assessment, guys? How about the assessment?
Yeah. You are
What?
evaluating your students'
Yeah,
knowledge.
that's
Yeah.
the last part of the lesson plan.
Of the
What did you used
yeah.
to do? What did you used to do? What did you
You
use
you you
to
you
evaluate
give
your
the feed up.
student?
You give your feed up actually, and when you close, your lesson, you give the feed up first, and then you try to ask them questions relevant to the topic that you were
Yeah,
teaching.
uh, I have to ask the others. Can you raise your hand when I ask you? There is a reaction button.
Are you there, sir?
Yeah, there is a reaction button. So this question, why do we assess our student? Please raise your hand. why do we assist our students inside the classroom or outside the classroom?
Seems
Whatever.
like the internet is a little bit weak.
You can hear me now. Salha, you raising your hand. Go ahead.
Yes, I think when we assess our student to make sure that they have got the idea or that they have understood the aim of the lesson.
Yes.
So just if it is not clear for them, I may change the way of teaching or just repeat things in a more simpler way so they can understand. Plus, it's a kind of checking that you are on the right path.
Yeah, so you checking your student like product
Comprehension.
or outcomes,
Yeah,
and
comprehension.
comprehension.
Yeah.
Comprehension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, comprehension.
Just comprehension. Yeah.
It's not a matter of comprehension. It depends on the skill that you are dealing with.
Objectives,
If it
yeah,
is-
and the skills.
Yeah, depends.
Yes, great. I
Mhm.
think we have another one is rising. Suma, you can unmute your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why we do assess students?
To ensure
Yes.
I'm not native English, okay?
Okay.
I will answer a little English.
It's okay. It's
Um,
okay. Just your opinion.
Okay. To ensure students get the true information or right information and get knowledge or stuff عشان
Yeah.
أتأكد إن الطلبة يعني يأخذوا المعلومة صحيحة مني و
You,
يعني النولج يعني المعرفة عندهم وصلت أو وصلت الشرح متاعي بطريقة
yeah, checking your student comprehension.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's what you used
هو
to do.
good بس هذا اللي
So,
قدامي ربي عارف.
so do you think grading students, it's important? It's important for the assessment or not? Should we giving student grades all the time when we assess students? Should we do that all the time, like giving them grades or not? So I mean, do you think the assessment
yeah.
should involve grades or not?
No not يعني هو تقصد إن الامتحان هو كافي عشان أنا أحدد مستوى الطالب أو أنت أكد إن المعلومة وصلت. هذا اللي أنا فهمته. أنا مشكلتي في الليسننج في اللغة الإنجليزية لما نشوف الكلام مكتوب أوكي نقدر نفهمه ونترجمه، لكن لما نسمع ما نقدرش نستوعب الكلام بطريقة صحيحة.
Yeah, I understand that. It's okay. I mean in Arabic هل باعتقادك ان الاسسمنت ان التقييم لازم يكون بوضع درجات او لا؟ يعني من دون درجات عادي ان ندير assessment or not؟ يعني لازم في marks؟ You can raise your hand everybody.
مش عارفة، ما عنديش
Okay.
إجابة على السؤال.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, individually, write at least 3 ideas you have about assessment. That will be as an assignment after the session, okay? And then with 1 or 2, we did. Go ahead. We did. افتح المايك. Speak freely. It's not a big deal.
اوكي. لا، تقييم ضروري يكون بالدرجات بالماركس، ضروري منه، لكن تقييم هيك على الأقل كل طالب ياخذ حقه يعني، وحتى المعلم يقدر يقيم كل سؤال ويعطي درجة الكويسة يكون الطالب، بدون درجات ما يعرفش يقيم.
So we should
رأيي يعني.
giving grades for every assessment. Salha, do you agree with that?
No, it doesn't have to be to assess somebody, okay, with by giving him grades. No. Assessment, I think it's like to me, assessment like coaching. Okay, if you
Coaching. Assessment
Yeah.
is not only evaluate student, okay? We need to assess, or we need to create the assessment because we need to know what we did. Is the lesson plan good for students? We need to know student needs. We need to know the weakness part or weakness skills of the student. So if we didn't assess the student, we cannot know how there comes, okay? And that's the point. In Arabic يعني إذا قلنا بالتقييم، التقييم جزء كبير جدا عشان نعرفوا اللسن بلان صحيح؟ أو هل الطريقة اللي نحن ماشيين بها صحيحة؟ ونعرفوا انعكاس الطالب، يعني مش كل شيء لازم فيه grades. الجريدز just for examination. Examination is completely different from the other example of assessment. Assessment لازم نعرفه student needs. Have you heard about needs analysis? Needs analysis and assessment. Have you heard about it? Needs analysis and assessment.
Mr. Saqt, maybe we have heard, maybe we have studied about it, but the problem is that okay, I have forgotten. Okay, frankly
Yeah.
speaking, I have forgotten.
Yeah.
Maybe just go on. I will remember and I can go
Okay,
on.
it's okay. In briefly, طبعا needs analysis نوع من أنواع الكويشنير، okay؟ نوع من أنواع الاستبيان يقوم به الباحثون أو أيضا المعلمون، يعني at the first of the class في بداية العام نقوم بكويشنير، سواء كان pre-test، سواء كان interview، سواء كان سواء كان observation. فالneeds analysis
find out more about the different abilities of your students.
Exactly.
Who needs more focus and who needs more focus? Yeah. Who is perfect and who? Yeah.
Who like to know students' interest. مش كل شيء لازم نبحث على weakness. لازم we have to find student interest, weakness, and what they need. What they need. As Noam Chomsky said, students know what they want, but they don't know what they need. Okay.
Definitely, sure.
Who's talking? Who want to share?
Yeah.
Someone raising hand. We did. You still raising your hand? Assessment, believe or not, the observation is one kind of assessment. If we observe students during the classroom, يعني مراقبة الطالب بحد ذاتها نوع من أنواع الأسسمنت اللي هو الفورماتيف أسسمنت. إن شاء الله حنتعمقوا فيه. Okay. Share your best ideas with everyone. Here we have the common types of assessment. هنا عندنا النوعان the most common that most of teachers use them. Formative assessment, or formative assessment and summative assessment.
Continual. Formative because it is it's done almost all the time in class, for example, in a week. So it is continuous. It's formative.
It's formative. Yeah.
Yeah. You test yourself during the class and during the week, and you almost do this, very often.
Exactly. Before we find the difference, we need to define the assessment in general. Assessment in general is the process of gathering data or data.
Exactly. Yeah.
So assessment is the process of gathering the data. And specifically, we can say assessment is the ways instructor gather data about their teaching and their student learning.
The student outcome, yeah.
Yeah, so assessment is just gathering or collecting data from the
Sure.
students. That's what we should know. Let's imagine we have a lesson plan, okay? خلينا بس نتخيلوا إن في عندنا lesson plan.
Yeah.
بالنسبة للجروب A اللي هو عنده lesson plan جاهز. Nuha, can you unmute your voice and give me some details about your lesson plan? Even if you cannot share it. Nuha, can you share your voice? Anyone else? Just group A. Tell me about your lesson plan.
I
Seems
think
like
that-
no, not available.
Noha, did Noha join us or not yet?
Oh, yeah.
Is Noha okay? Is
Noha-
Noha one of the participants today?
No,
Because I
Nuha,
can see
we have
10 participants.
we have Nuha Tluba.
Hi,
Yeah, she is.
everyone.
Aywa.
Yeah, I prepared and sent it to you. So just a moment.
Okay, take your time. What is the title or the topic of your lesson plan, Nuha? Nuha,
What's the topic? No,
what's the topic? What was the topic?
Which
You change it.
changed in the
Okay, good. So we will back to Mr. Miftah, formative and summative assessment.
yeah.
You have
the students will get the role or they discover the role by themselves.
What is the topic? No, topic. What's the topic? The subject of the lesson.
The topic, yes,
It's about what?
okay, to see the whole content and lesson plan outline.
Can
What's
you
the main topic? The main title.
can you send me the picture?
Just a little bit.
Your voice is not clear, Nuha.
Yeah.
Of the experienced people.
Nuha, I will give you 5 minutes, okay? Just get ready and send me the picture of the outline, and I will show you your picture on screen, okay?
All right.
All right. So assessment, as I told you, is the process of gathering data, and
Yeah.
it's not a big deal, and we shouldn't grade all the assessment process. We don't have to grading student. We don't have to giving them marks for every kind of assessment.
Mhm.
So I need from you right now, just Google about the difference between formative and summative assessment. Salha, you're raising your hand. Go ahead.
Yes, okay, this, information, is from Mrs. Widad, okay.
We did. Yeah.
It is, the definition of assessment, the process of gathering information to monitor
Yeah.
the progress and make an educational decision if necessary. Okay, assessment may include the test, but also include methods such as observation, interviews, behavior monitoring, etc. So this is the definition of assessment. Okay.
Yes. Good.
Mhm.
How about formative and summative assessment? We have أنا عندي أهم شيء في السيشن الحالي إن نعرف الفرق بين الفورماتيف والsummative assessment لأن كل شيء formative عنده من الداخل a lot of kinds. Summative assessment we have several kinds. So you can Google about formative and summative assessment and raise your hand if you are able to do it. Please Google them.
Actually, I guess formative has something to do with the continual examinations, or you're testing your students, you know, as I told you, during the class almost all the time. You're figuring out more about the level of your students. You're asking questions, you're brainstorming them, and you try to find more about your students, who's active and who's not, or do they understand. So you are testing your students mostly all the.
You are correct, Miftah, but I think you talk in general, okay? I need in details the difference between summative and formative assessment. Suma, you're raising your hand. You can unmute your voice and go ahead. Suma Al-Mansouri.
اوكي بس بدي سيرش على جوجل
Yeah.
يكون صار اسئله معك.
Yeah, great.
اوكي
Good.
اوكي الفور assessment trends to be qualified
Yeah.
qualifier. المهم الqualifier is also yeah.
What did-
Evaluating.
What
in the
did you
process.
understand from the your searching?
اوكي هي اصلا الكلمه بس ما عرفتش ننطقها يعني، بس انا
Skills.
فاهمه ان هي
Your student skills with the goal of helping them to continue, you know, the growth of process. Is that true? You're evaluating, you know, your students in the process of forming, you know, their skills. So you're evaluating their skills with the goal of helping them to grow more and more.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Miftah, I think for me the difference is completely clear. A formative assessment, we do this assessment or these kinds of formative assessment during the lesson, okay? We didn't finish yet. So
Sure.
like formative assessment for learning, okay?
Yeah.
But the summative one is assessment of learning, planned and
يعني هو
used during
اللي
instruction.
Summative at the end of the course or the unit or
هم اللي بنقولها.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
end of the course, exactly. At the end of the lesson, at the end of the unit,
Yeah.
like the examination paper, like the examination paper.
حتى ما يحكوا.
You will be good, inshallah, Suma.
اوكي ان شاء الله.
We're sharing ideas actually.
شنو؟
We are sharing ideas. It's
Ideas actually. We're in a race or challenge. Yeah.
ان شاء الله. اوكي thank you.
We are all
So-
one.
Yeah, so formative assessment, provide feedback and information during the instruction. During the
Yeah.
instruction, okay? During the instruction process. So you can evaluate your instructions and the ways of teaching through formative. Like
Sure.
what? Like what? Like teaching primary schools or primary pupils. عادة الاسسمنت التقييم يكون للطلاب الشق الأول اللي هن من السنة الأولى لغاية السنة الرابعة أو السنة الثالثة، يكون التقييم فورماتيف.
أيوة.
يكون التقييم فورماتيف. ففورماتيف الفورماتيف لما نشوف الأنواع kinds of formative. I will check it out. Okay. نجول الأنواع هنا نتاع formative assessment. Just wait. Yeah. student observation, homework. الهومورك نوع من أنواع formative assessment لأن if you want to check student comprehension and to check my instruction يعني اللي بنتأكد من شرحي هل هو صحيح، هل قمت بالطرق الصحيحة أثناء إعطاء الدرس، نقوم بالformative assessment like observing them, homework, reflection journals, Socratic discussions. Socratic discussions means open discussion, like brainstorming. Whatever a student doing a lot of mistakes, it's not like a formal assessment. But Socratic discussion just interviews with teacher and student. Peer review, informal presentations, portfolio, project thesis submitted over time. Think, pair, share. Do you remind it? Think, pair, share.
Sure, yeah. They
Yeah.
think and they work together as students, peer to peer,
Visual
and then they
thinking
share ideas
strategies.
as a class.
Visual thinking strategies, and the last one.
Yeah.
But if we move to the summative assessment takes place after learning, after the end of the unit or the end of the lesson.
The lesson,
It takes the place after the whole course.
Sure.
So if the learning has been completed and provides information and feedback is like the final project, that's called طبعا summative assessment يسمى بالfinal production.
Summarize.
Summarize, judgment. Okay, judgment. Judging the student. هنا نعطوا الماركس. في summative assessment we need to giving them grades. Summative assessment. لكن الformative اللي هي it's my favorite example and it's my favorite kind. أنا بصراحة من محبي الformative assessment. نشوف الطالب داخل الفصل، نشوف النشاط، نشوف الاكتيفيتيز اللي يقوم بيهن.
صح.
أما بالنسبة للsummative assessment لازم يكون الامتحان سهل جدا بالنسبة للexamination papers. زي المultiple choices، الهاي stake test، checklist. طبعا checklist it's my favorite part. checklist assessment لما نجو نفتح الكتاب متاع اليونج learners like a primary نلقوا في نهاية اليونت now you can do. صحيح؟ now you can do. هذا نوع من أنواع summative checklist assessment. We have only 1 minute, okay, because we have only 45 minutes for free. إن شاء الله حنعودوا على نفس اللينك بعد 5 دقائق بإذن الله. تمام؟ المحاضرة حتكون مسجلة بس حاولوا إنكم تجهزوا في ال5 دقائق. هذه الفرق بين الformative والsummative assessment specifically.
تمام. يعطيك الصحة مستر. بارك الله فيك.
بارك الله.